Just want to say, very, very sorry to hear about what happened to Joe Burrow. He's a heck of a young man, heck of a young football player, and I know he'll be back. And so our thoughts and prayers are with him. It's always tough when a young player gets hurt like that. Okay, but just wanted to give you a shout out to the kid.
Ron, obviously you just shouted out Joe Burrow. When the injury happened, one of the first people we see over there is Chase Young, Dwayne Haskins, Terry McLaurin. I know this is a football game and all, but to see your young players go over to somebody they played football with, I guess as somebody who played the game and knows like the intricacies of it, can you talk about the element of like football, but also of, like the family and brotherhood element too?
Well, you know, it is a fraternity, and the neat thing about it is obviously, as you said, these are guys that have played together and played against each other for a long time. They know each other. They got a tremendous amount of respect, and everybody cares about each other's career. And I think that's one of the cool things about this game. You know, is you go out and you can fight and scratch and claw. But when it's all said and done, you know, you're friends. And I think that was a good example of sportsmanship. And I was glad to see it. It's just unfortunate. I hate to see a young man like Joe get hurt. He's a heck of, like I said, he's a heck of a football player. And we know he'll be back.
Ron, along those same lines, you never want to see a young quarterback like that get hurt, like you just said. But how much did the game turn when Burrow got hurt and the defense really kind of started to take over?
Well, it did, you know, because Joe, you know, he's a very talented player. He understands the game. He understands it, you know, better than most people. And, you know, you bring in the backup who doesn't get the snaps, who doesn't, you know what to anticipate for and stuff like that. And defensively, you can take advantage. And that's what our guys did. Our guys did get after him. They did take advantage. So, you know, good for them. It really was good to see them play you know, and be able to cut it loose.
I mean, overall,
hey,
Ron, how does it feel to just get a win in general?
It feels good. It really does. Trust me, it feels really good. You know, the guys have played well enough to win the last three of our last four, or whatever it is. You know, and we just hadn't done it. And today they, you know, they scrapped, they clawed a little bit. You know, a little out of sync in that first half. But again, you know, we tend to come out in the second half and play a little bit better, which we did. And I was just really pleased the way the guys played.
Hey, Ron, I know it's bigger for this team to win, but to see Alex Smith get a win, it's been almost 2 years since he had one. What does that mean to you, to the team, to him?
Well, I think, you know, to us as a unit, as a group, you know, just winning is great. And we all played this game for our own reasons. And, you know, some of us play for loved ones, play for, you know, our family members, play for ourselves. And you know, when a guy like Alex, who's gone through what he has, gets us an opportunity to get back on the football field and play well, I think that's pretty cool. So I'm very happy for him and very happy for our football team.
Hey, Ron, there was some people questioning how good Chase Young had been so far in his rookie year, and a lot of talk about that, especially after the penalty last week late. What did you think of his performance today? I mean, obviously caused the key fumble and also made some other key plays that I think helped you guys.
Right. I'm not, like I said, people can be critical. They're always going to be critical. And a lot of times people just look for things to point out or people to blame. That's okay. But I know who we have in terms of who the young man is. I know who he's going to be for us for a long time. So I think he's done a great job. I think he plays hard. He does things the right way. And he's learning. He's going to make mistakes. He's a rookie. Okay, he's a 21-year-old rookie, and so he's going to make mistakes. And when those things happen, we just correct them, we talk to them, we teach them, we work with them, and hopefully, you know, they don't repeat the mistakes. Got a lot of faith in who, as I said, who I believe the young man's going to be for us.
What did you make of his response to have a game like that, though, after that criticism? And
well, I'll be honest with you, I don't think he really worries about the criticism either. I think the only criticism he's probably really concerned with, other than ours, is probably his mom, because I know she's a heck of a fan, and I know you know, moms are always tough on their boys.
Ron, when you saw third time, Ron, when you saw the schedule, I'm sure you circled this kind of short window with 2 games in 4 days. What's the approach between now and getting ready for a game Thursday quickly?
Well, more importantly is really making sure that we can take care of the players and their bodies and minds. Secondly, you know, get them to know who Dallas is, what they do and how they do it, and then how we want to attack them. You know, that's probably the biggest thing. Obviously, as I said, is really taking care of the players, their bodies and their minds. You know, just trying to get them back for Thursday.
it seemed like in the second half, Alex kind of moved the ball very slowly down the field and it almost methodically. Is that kind of the way, sort of the calm that you wanted to see from him there?
Yeah, I mean, especially once we got the lead, it was about, first downs and grinding it out, and not having a mistake. I mean, that's the big thing that we have to do is, understand how to win a football game. You got to lead, you've got to be methodical, you can't make mistakes, and just grind it out. And that's probably the most important thing that happened in that second half was the way we grounded out. We ran the ball effectively. We took what was given to us. We got the first downs. We had a tough penalty on the clip. It looked like, in all honesty, David tripped, and as he was falling, he ended up landing on the back of the guy's legs. I get why he threw the flag, but it's unfortunate, because it was the right call. But at the end of the day, moving the way we did, getting ourselves into position the way we did, and then putting points on the board, I think is important.
We saw you shuffling the linebackers in and out there early in the game. Did you get what you were looking for, and what were you hoping to see there?
I think we did. And again, I just want to see guys out there that are competing, and I think guys understood and got the message and know that, hey, we're gonna play different combinations of guys, and we're gonna try and keep these guys fresh and get them to understand that, hey, this is how we want it done, and we'll coach off of this tape.
Ron, I don't know if you just realized this, but Philly just lost to the Browns, so that means you're only a half game out of first place. I guess your thoughts, big picture, because if you beat the Cowboys, I think you're all alone in first place.
Well, the biggest thing we got to do is really focus in on the one game at a time mentality, and that's the Cowboy game, and we'll see what happens. Again, I look forward to it on Thursday. I look forward to the opportunity to see where we are.
Ron, one of the pivotal plays in the game was Chase's hit on Joe Burrow that forced the fumble by the goal line. What did you think of his pursuit and also that sort of chaos that came after that?
Well, I'll tell you, the thing about Chase is he plays sideline to sideline, and he's going to run and hustle and give you everything he has, and that's why he was able to come from the right side to get into the quarterback and make the play because of his great effort and hustle. As far as that play was concerned, we were very fortunate. That guy knocked the ball out of Cam's hand before Cam had a chance to possess it, and just heads up by Ronald, being able to recover it. So it was a good day for us on as far as that was concerned.
Ron, just to follow up on the linebackers, was that rotation more for evaluation, or was it because of the packages or the scheme you guys were running at the time?
It was the packages. I mean, you picked up on that. That's something that that I think a lot of times that the people miss is that when you shuffle in different groups of guys, at times you can change it and give it to a guy and say, hey, this is your package, own it. And some of those guys took it really real personal and made sure that they did their job, and they did their job as well with those packages.
Let's take 3 or 4 more.
Hey, Ron, going back to Alex, the last 2 weeks, a lot of passing yards today, not flashy numbers, but you get the win. Is this more kind of what you envision with that strong running game and him playing that kind of an efficient game?
Yes, that's what I'd like to see us do, is continue to run the ball effectively and be a little bit more balanced. Again, I think when the thing that really, like I said, I get a big kick out of, when Sean hands me all the information, I get a chance to take a look at it, and you see how many people get targeted, and that's probably the key to it. Really, is being able to distribute the ball so they really can't focus in on the one guy. But running the ball effectively, I think is very, very important, though.
Talking about the running game, over 100 yards in the second half.
Well, I think the biggest thing that we did in the second half, more so than anything else, was, as I said, we ran the ball much more effectively. And I think that really helps, and it grinds it out, and it wears down the opponent. So, again, just kudos to our front for blocking the way they did.